Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm back at it again with another video. So, how long y'all been following the channel for? Huh? How long y'all been keeping up with the channel? Have I ever directly gotten myself into deliberate drama with any other creator? Yes or no? I'll wait. I'm pretty sure the only thing you can possibly think of is what happened about a month ago with Sapp and Brian Zane. I'm pretty sure the only thing you could possibly think of outside of that is maybe the Brian Zane one in particular, because he came directly to my channel to confront me on a topic that I made about him. Hey, that's fine. It's about you. When it's all said and done, that's fine. But at least with Brian Zane, we kept it in context within the topic in regards to the video that I made about him. Sapp inserted himself. Sapp went out of his way as a journalist to purposely join the tribe, join the mob in regards to an attempt. And mind you, whether he know this or whether he doesn't know this, I'm not going to be charitable and extend this to him, because you listen to him and the way how he talks. Why should it matter? Why should the context matter? You went after Sapp, so therefore you declare war. All right, bitch nigga, I declare war too. What's good, bruh? Check it out. So all this stuff I'm bringing up and relevance to this topic right here is because, homie, and mind you, I don't know his situation, and let me say it right here for people to timestamp it, because he's the type of person who would hear what I'm saying right here and deflect and pretend as if I didn't say any of this. I got proof. We'll go more in detail about this. I don't know this Bill Shannon cat. Don't care about this Bill Shannon cat. Don't give a fuck about this Bill Shannon cat. That right there is between them. What I do care about, though, is these so-called receipts he's been flowing out. Now, somehow it came up on my timeline, right? I guess that's just how Twitter works. Whether you follow a person or you don't follow a person, if you talk to them long enough, apparently they pop up on your timeline eventually, right? That's just how it works. All this shit popped up on my timeline. You can look it up if you want to. Like I said, that ain't my problem. My problem is, and I'm only illustrating this because I don't want you guys to take what Sapp is saying at face value. He will do this purposely, and I'll get to that as proof. He misconstrues, he misinterprets, and he purposely plays dumb and uses the worst description you can have on a person in order to map them out according to how he wants to map them out for you. Don't take his words at face value. Do not, I repeat, do not take his words at face value. He has the receipts. Look at the receipts. Look at the disparaging remarks and take it into context. I'll give you proof. One of the lines I heard him say to this Bill Shannon cat was, why are you calling 14-year-old girls cute? Implying that he's a pedophile. When in reality, what the Bill Shannon cat said, and again, not defending him, just keeping it in context because he does this shit on purpose. He said, how would you feel DMing me if I were a cute 14-year-old girl? That's what he said. And what Sapp did was take the word cute and take the phrase 14-year-old girl and misinterpret it on purpose to make him look like a pedophile. And this is all because he came after him. Whether what Bill Shannon did or not did is none of my concern. It's from a journalist, a so-called journalist, who takes words and blatantly misrepresents them in order to go after his opposition, because his opposition came after him. He does this shit all the fucking time, and I'm sick and tired of this fucking pathetic weirdo constantly getting away with it, but at the same time having a journalist in his fucking title, in his occupation. Stop giving him the charitability. He is a piece of shit garbage, a garbage human. Now, we go into the DMs. Check it out. So for reference, just saying, I don't use Twitter very often. You can look at the many posts I've done over the past, maybe 2 or 3 years since I created this account. I can't even remember when I created this account, maybe a year and a half ago, something along the lines of that, right? Because my other Twitter account got deleted. Don't know why. I don't know why. I rarely, if ever, posted on that. I just started tweeting for real, this year. So I'm not too aware of the DM stuff. I probably DM'd 2 people outside of the whole Sean Ross Sapp thing, and I was Richie Rich when he wanted to talk, and he explicitly told me to come to his DMs in the comment section. And Pro Wrestling, who was it again? I forgot. Oh, Pro Wrestling Times. That's the only 2 people who's ever legitimately DM'd me for real. So I'm not used to it. So when Sean Ross Sapp apparently came at me, he said, this is how this all started. This is about back in October. This is around the time when the drama was going down. And he told me, why wasn't I connecting with him in the DMs if I wanted to prove myself? Something along the lines of that. And I told him, I'm not used to Twitter. I don't really tweet all too much, so I'm still trying to get used to how this typically works. I've done DMs before, but very little. And both of those times, that was outright directed from me from both content creators to come talk to them. I don't look at the little mail symbol thing on the down right hand. Now I know. At the time, I didn't know. But I digress, though. Apparently, he created this, and I never responded at first because I didn't even know this shit even existed. But he stated, can I? So he was saying, oh, this is me. Sorry. It was suggesting that, so this is going off of the original post where he was talking about because he called me out on the Ashley Massaro thing. And he pretty much lied on me and said that I was celebrating her death, which I didn't, not even fucking close. And I came into the DMs and I responded on this one right here. I said, I was suggesting that the events that led up to her death was because of what happened in the industry to her. You know, as explained in the video, the thumbnail of her showing her cleavage is just an outrageous thumbnail. Welcome to YouTube. Now, I want you guys to hear, you can see it on the screen, how he reacts to this and how he responds to this. He says, welcome to YouTube. Engagement farming, making light of someone's death, eh? I did not make light of her death, not one time. Comparing RJ to Diddy, we'll get to that later on. Calling me a coward. By the way, you see that right there? Calling me a coward, that's his biggest, right there. That's the main thing. Ignore all of this. It's that third one in particular that he actually cares about. But continue with the same people are trying to fuck talent. There isn't anything I've said in a tweet, YouTube comment, or in general I wouldn't say directly to you. Nobody is scared of you or cowering away. Saying you want to come on wrestlers' faces repeatedly. Keep that in context now. Come on, say some shit to me directly. I thought I was a coward here, Devontae. Now mind you, he is saying these 2 things when I have no reference at all as far as the notification thing is considered. I don't have any reference of that at all. At all. Don't know how that shit works. As far as the notification shit on the bottom, now I know. I didn't know at the time. Of course I'm not going to run away from you. Fuck you. But nevertheless, I finally know, right? Yeah, as you can see, you accepted the request. Didn't even know that existed prior to this. So I continue on. Making light of whose death? Ashley? In what way? The thumbnail? The way she expressed herself throughout her career? The headline on the thumbnail you're taking out of context where I'm saying that exact quote in the video and explained it? I'll say it here. Again, she didn't belong in the wrestling business because it's a cruel business that ultimately harmed her mentally. So I went back to my RJ video for context. Where is this Diddy quote? I even used filmmot.com to find my transcript of me saying this. Where did you quote this from so I can physically hear what I said? Timestamp it. Mind you, he would never timestamp it. He's going strictly off of a thumbnail. We'll get to that later though, because this is what he does. Absolutely. And I have a feeling that's actually your biggest gripe. You insecure bastard. Look at how you're framing everything as the worst interpretations. That's what started all this. Was that 15 video AEW comment in reference to me making 15 videos in a row to AEW? You took the worst interpretation and called me obsessed when it's simply the most engaging subject matter trending. That I truly feel what I say. Mind you, some of those engaging subject matters, half of those came from his company as far as the report is considered. So I guess it's okay for him to report on AEW 15 times a day, but it's bad if you make commentary video based off some of his reporting 15 times a day. I digress though. Of course you're a coward in that regard. I would have been way more charitable and cordial. I match energy. I don't create it. You mean the Britt Baker stuff that I explicitly said throughout the video was a rumor that I had no source, unfounded, and said if it were true. That's my biggest video of all time, by the way, and messed around with it and sourced where I got the information from. By the way, which was from Conan, who said outright that he believed that Tony Khan was messing with Britt Baker. But I digress. You don't have to like what I said, but be honest and lay out the context properly before attacking me. You don't like the action, fine, but say the thing I said in its full context, then go after it, because not everyone is going to see it how you see it. You call it bad, others call it funny because they would know the context of it, which was the topic not being proven true. It was a joke. I'm talking about the Thea Hell thing now, by the way. It was a joke. I don't care how offended you are. It was objectively a joke, an edgy joke on its face. I don't care if it was said about someone I loved, if it were said in a jokingly meant in a way. I'll say something back just as egregious. You need to learn that the world doesn't act according to your surroundings. If that's how you feel, I'll say once again, stay on your side and I'll stay on mine. I'm not sub to Steven Larson. I'm not sub to Wrestling with Regret. I find them boring and insufferable, so I stay away. If you feel the same about me, then do what I did and stay away. This is him. He posted thumbnail. This is what he's referencing in the RJ video. Mind you, I did not say anything about RJ being a Diddy or a diddler or anything like that. I did not make any accusations as far as him in reference to having any sex parties, nothing in context in regards to that. He's pointing to this right here. In the bubble, I said, "Hi, I'm R. Gay Diddy, and I hope you sleep with your doors locked." So anybody who knows me knows straight up that I make thumbnails like this all the time. It has nothing to do with the person at all. Almost 9 times out of 10, it's just something clever that I'm saying because it's just funny. That's it. At all. Maybe I'm picking on the person's appearance. Maybe I'm picking mostly just because how the person is talking. Hell, it might even be a reference point to what they say, but typically it's just more so because it's just funny. It's just funny. That's it. That's it. Someone called me Whoopi Goldberg one time because I have dreadlocks, but I'm a guy. Do you take that seriously and now start suggesting, for an example, that I'm some harpy bitch who goes around having Trump derangement syndrome? No, because that's fucking ludicrous. Why would you do that? Why would you do? It's just a fucking joke. But of course, he doesn't do that. He says, you can treat your audience like they're stupid, but you can't treat me like I'm stupid. No, I'm not only gonna treat you like you're stupid, I'm gonna hold your fucking hand like a child and actually ask you your credentials as a fucking journalist, because apparently you yourself don't believe in the principles of what it means to be a journalist when you consistently purposely take shit out of context whenever it happens to deal with you as a subject matter. But I digress. He continues on by saying, you love plausible deniability. It gives you the ability to put horrible things in your thumbnail and get people to listen. Whether or not they're in your videos, I don't know and don't care, but you should care. You're a journalist. Your fucking job is to investigate. That's your job, not to do what you claim for me to do, have plausible deniability by sensationalizing something out of context in order to represent someone as the worst interpretation of what you can make them. That makes you a propagandist. That makes you a fucking propagandist, you fucking dork. But I digress. So he goes, whether or not they're in your videos, I don't know and don't care, but you love claiming thumbnails you make are out of context. Then you say that's the game. Yes, that's the fucking game. You're acting like, bro, I guarantee you, he plays stupid like this on purpose. I guarantee you I can find some of his favorite content creators. And mind you, I guarantee you it will be even better or even worse, I guess, in this case, if it's against an opposition, for an example, that he himself does not like, right? Or let's just put that all to the side. Let's not even complicate this real quick. I guarantee you I can find content creators that he likes that most likely have done some clickbaity things in their thumbnails, who have done something in regards to maybe exaggerating a post or two. I won't even be surprised if he himself doesn't act in the practice also. I mean, he's doing it now. He's taking shot out of context purposely right now. So why the fuck would I not believe him to doing this in regards to pushing an agenda, or he himself supporting a content creator who does this with their thumbnails? But of course, he doesn't like the thumbnail because, you know, it goes in direct contention with what the fuck he likes. So therefore, paint him in the worst possible context. Not even worst context. You don't have any context. But I digress. He says, no, you're a scumbag. Even worse than that, you're a scumbag who doesn't admit they're one and plays victim. We actually have a mutual friend that I respect a lot who approached me this weekend, and he said he wasn't sure where it went south with you as a person. Said he was shocked to see the stuff you were saying. Good luck on your break. I hope you emerge a better person for it. Which took me a minute, and I didn't even notice at first. Like I said, there were 3 people that I had in the back of my mind. Now I'm almost certain who it was, and I'm just going to say it straight out. I'm pretty sure it was you, Shay. And if you're listening to this, Shay, you son of a bitch, we were friends for over a decade. And if this really was you, because I already talked to Rob about this, and he has no clue, and seeing you all of a sudden pop up in my comment section, all of a sudden, dude, we could have talked about this. You could have came in direct. You could have talked to me through Rob. You could have talked to me through anybody. And if it were you, dude, you are a piece of shit. You are a backstabber. We were actually friends, and you did this over wrestling. Dude, you are one of the worst people, bro. And on God, man, I want to say what I really want to say, but it's YouTube. Obviously, I don't want to get in trouble as far as violations are considered. Not to mention you're in Canada. So it's all keyboard warrior talk. But homie, I'll just say this, bro. Real life friends who did shit like this to me personally or anything like that, we had to squad up, bro. Straight up. Fade would have to be on site. It would have to be a fade, bro. But I get it. We haven't talked in a decade, damn near. So it is what it is. But I digress, though. If it were you, I'm pretty sure it was you. You popped up out of nowhere. I'm almost certain it was you, Shay. But okay, it is what it is. I respond with, you do realize that was a response to him insulting the Undertaker for liking the police and going after him for interviewing Trump, right? What plausible deniability? He was inflammatory in his rhetoric, so I responded in kind. Am I not allowed to do that? There was no meaning behind the render besides it being clever from my fans' perspective, again, based on his rhetoric attacking Undertaker as to why I made it. They are out of context. When did I refer to him as Diddy in the video? Which I never did, by the way. You know what context means? Why do you keep judging a book by its cover? You sound ignorant as fuck when you do that, especially being a reporter. Do you do that with stories you cover? Which people should now start questioning. Do you surface level report? Do you pick and choose what's worthy to research? What is your methodology when recklessly labeling people based on information? No, I'm a scumbag in your eyes and people like you because that's your way of carrying yourself through life. Call me whatever you want to call me. Never will I surface level go after someone. You know how many of my fans called you a garbage reporter before this simply because of how much of a manipulative, insufferable, virtue-signaling douchebag you are? I've said multiple times to classify you however they feel, but you reporting was always spot on. Then you go and do this. You can call me a scumbag all you want. You've highlighted me going after others who started it. You've highlighted jokes, things that align with your ideological principles. I'm calling you a piece of shit because you used a title calling you a coward to suggest you don't have to watch my videos for context, and you get to demonize me over jokes and thumbnails without highlighting what I actually said, showing how much of an insecure man-child you are. B, was told this, lied, and incited more hate after saying I celebrated someone's death. Not even my thumbnail suggests that. How? C, deflected from that, didn't acknowledge that, and went on to highlight more feigning of ignorance to get away from the talking point. I've never claimed to be a good person, but the fact you keep acting holier than thou is wild. Brother, you are a malicious, manipulative, disingenuous, dishonest piece of shit who I guarantee doesn't like it when others incite anything in regards to his favorites or friends. But then you do it, and you do it via misinformation. Being funny and edgy in my thumbnails isn't misinformation because you can click on the video. Saying deliberate lies based only on those thumbnails is. And then this is when I went on to talk about whether or not, my friend Rob was the one to go after. I'm not going to get into that because that's kind of personal. I just pretty much went on a rant about that already. There's no need to talk about that. Let's keep going. As I said, you can treat your audience like they're stupid. He's never going to fucking defend. He's never going to fucking go after the response because he's in the fucking wrong. As I said, you can treat your audience like they're stupid, but not everyone is going to fall for it. Then fucking actually talk about the points that I talked about. He didn't do that though. That's why you're getting the type of response you've gained the last few days. No, I'm getting the type of response that I got. And around that time, because you and people like you deliberately lied on my video. You had this angsty lady go out of her way and deliberately lie and say that I did not want you to take care of my child and that my girl got upset with me for constantly going after AEW in an obsessive manner and telling me that I need to go take care of my child. When in reality, which by the way, I have moderated perfectly since that time, I myself had a discussion with my girlfriend, the mother of my child, and she and I had a discussion in regards to, hey, maybe because you have so much free time now, which by the way, I don't know because I got a promotion, maybe we should use some of that time and then let's go do some more stuff with my son. That was the context. And on top of that, in conjunction with me having a burnout with my content, because it was content in general, not just AEW. The title of that video was wrestling. As stated in that video, it was AEW and WWE. That was the context. Someone lied, posted something completely out of context. They lied, actually. They blatantly fucking lied. Nothing of what they said I actually said. And then you ran with it. And then you started going a little bit deeper. And then you started talking about 15 posts from AEW, right? Along with everybody else. That's what you did, right? Someone said it, and then you came underneath that, and then you yourself commented on that, right? And then we started getting to all this. Then when we started getting more deeper into this, you lied multiple times, right? You lied about the Ashley Massaro video in regards to the Celebration of Death. We'll get more deeper into that in a little bit, right? You purposely go out of your way to take out of context what people say, right? As far as the fucking, for an example, the RJ City thing, when you could have easily clicked on the fucking video, right? And then you yourself go out of your way to pretend as if edgy jokes don't exist because you yourself disagree with the premise of the joke while outright ignoring the objective notion that it was a fucking joke. That no one wants to come on Thea Hell's face for real, that it was a joke. And then you say, well, where is the joke? The joke in itself is coming on Thea Hell's face. That's the joke. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, it was a joke. But you purposely misinterpret that. But like I said, we continue on. You sound like a sociopath, disassociating what you've done, what you lied about deliberately, what you contributed in regards to that response. Like I said, never claim to be a good guy. I don't care who's offended by what I said. It's not intended for them. If that's what this was all about, I wouldn't care. You haven't recanted your lies regarding Ashley. That one really bothers me because of how abhorrent it was. Jokes you hate are jokes you hate, but you recognize it was a joke you hate. That Ashley Massaro death celebration comment wasn't a joke. And I know you're too much of a coward to take it back, and you're gonna keep trying to justify it. The lies told about my initial video that you're calling boo-hoo because he said something in regards when I was telling him how many times people are harassing me over my video, when in reality they're harassing me about things that I've never said in my video because of how much you guys kept signal boosting the fucking lies and bullshit that you kept saying throughout those last couple of days is getting me harassment, and it's getting me death threats, and it's getting me doxxed. But he says, but then I continue on. The lies told about my initial video that you're calling boohoo whenever I'm responding to those types of comments, you incite hatred as much as you call it out. You're a hypocrite. This will be my last message, because at the time I was doing the review for NXT, one of the NXT, I think it was Halloween Havoc, if I'm not mistaken. So I was trying to do this in the DMs while at the same time review Halloween Havoc. He goes, and mind you, you hear all the responses I'm saying, right? This is his response. You're a really bad person. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying right now. You can't go out of your way to fucking debate. You can't. What I say? Making light of who's deaf? Ashley, in what way? No, this is me saying that, and then this is me replying to that. And you're a terrible, insecure, manipulative bastard. As a continuation from my comment, he goes, Like, that's just it. You say and imply horrible things about people, say gross, creepy, uncomfortable stuff about people, and apply plausible deniability. Then when you get called out on it, you whine and post it in a bunch. Just no accountability whatsoever. Just absolutely no accountability. There's no plausible deniability because the context right there is directly in front of your face. If you hear me talk in my fucking videos, I will outright tell you that something that is occurring at the moment, either in my tone of voice or just because of the absurdity of the actual comment in itself. It's fucking obvious that it's a joke. I don't hide the ball behind who the fuck I am. There's no plausible deniability. It's you not doing your fucking research or your fucking due diligence to understand who the fuck I am. And by the way, like I said, you don't have to like me as a person. You don't have to like the things that I say. But don't constantly take me out of context and don't fucking label me something when you yourself don't know who I am. You just don't like the things that I say. That's it. Okay, if it was just ended at, well, shit, he says gross, creepy, uncomfortable stuff about people, boom, yeah, sure. And they're all jokes. In the end of the day, clearly fucking jokes. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. I wouldn't even respond to that. But then you say apply plausible deniability. What deniability? I don't hide the ball on that. But that's what he does. I continue on. Nope. Not when I'm deliberately telling you here, that's none of my concern. It's your lies and the lies said about my video. 2 videos and responding to comments under your thread. You're so garbage. You know you lied. Just fuck you, dude. Only one of us is acknowledging what he did and say he doesn't care about, only one of us is acknowledging what he did and saying he doesn't care because of the context. And the other is pretending what he did or pretending away what he did. Then he says, if someone compared you to Diddy and called you gay in the thumbnail, you'd be crying about how they bullied you. Even if the video said, LOL, just kidding, he's not so bad. And I said, no, the fuck I won't. I've actually been called worse. What I actually do is clap back like I'm doing now. And like how most people and my fucking audience knows, because I'm known, you piece of shit. This is what I mean when I say he doesn't do his due diligence. I am known as one of the only content creators, for the most part, who not only goes back and forth with his fans, I'm the only person probably within the sphere who deliberately debates and attacks his own fans based on the things that you do. For an example, the same bullshit attitude that you have, they have. And not only do we debate on topics, there are so many people within my space who I fucking love, who are awesome, who I've debated, who I've gone after, who've gone after me. That's just what we do. What are you talking about? There's no bull. He needs to just click on a video. Just click on one video and go down the comment section. You can find me. Just click on newest first half the time. You will find me debating someone for 50 comments. I've been doing this for 5 fucking years. Anybody in my comment section will tell you this. This is what I mean when I say he does not know what the fuck he's talking about. But continuing on. Oh, I didn't lie about anything. You posted a gross, insensitive thumbnail about a woman after she died, saying she didn't belong in wrestling, as if you have more say or experience in that than the woman herself. Then within a few hours of seeing that post, without even trying, I saw other really lame and terrible things you did. You're whining like a bitch. You made 2 YouTube videos after your break to complain you're not some tough guy, thick-skinned dude. You seem to think it's okay for you to criticize and say weird things about people, but if anything you might construe as similar happens to you, you're a victim. By the way, just to go a little bit, because I'm probably going to respond to that, but just going back up a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm gonna say that one because I did just outright respond to that one right there, the first post with the this one right here. Oh, I didn't lie. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the ones on the bottom, you made 2 YouTube videos after your break to complain. Guys, let me ask you a question. If someone was, by the way, this is after I announced my break. If someone was spreading misinformation, malicious lies, and then the response to that misinformation and malicious lies was people coming in your comment section, people tagging you on YouTube or Twitter, deliberately wishing death on you and outright talking about doxing your family, and then in the comment sections of the actual YouTube video attacking you and your family. Mind you, this is after you left, after you were getting ready to delete Twitter. Do you think it's okay to call out the people who were outright not only disseminating this misinformation, really is disinformation, but outright going out of their way to signal boost it. Would you say that that requires 2 videos? Mind you, one video was about that. The other video was about the other misrepresentation nonsense. I think defending yourself is something that's perfectly fine, right? I mean, in a civil society, one person will want to defend himself, but of course, not when you're Sean Ross Sapp, because of course, defending yourself means that you have to actually, respond to him in a negative way, and you can't do that because he doesn't like that. You seem to think it's okay for you to criticize and say weird things about people, but if anything you might construe as similar happens to you, you're a victim. No, I debate them. Like I said, click on any fucking video, go down the comment section, you piece of shit, go down any fucking video, literally any, just click on a random fucking video. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find me debating somebody in the comment section about the topic of the video, where they typically started off with trashing me. It's not that hard. It's really, really not that fucking hard. But again, you're a journalist who doesn't do any type of journalistic work, so why the fuck am I surprised? I respond with, coming from a guy refusing to watch any of my videos because I called him a fucking coward. Shut the fuck up. Nope. Anyone can critique me as long as I'm in context and not lied on. Then, now we get to the juicy part. This is what I said. Did I celebrate Ashley Massaro's death? Straight up. He completely ignores that. You calling me a coward doesn't make me not watch his stuff. And that's where we come to the actual fucking problem of this insecure man-child. Like I said earlier, he does not, I repeat, he does not care about anything in regards to the subjects that I'm talking about. What he cares about is the fact that I called his pussy ass I called him a coward, which he is, and he proves it. I called him a fucking coward because that's exactly what the fuck he is, and he fucking proves it. And that exactly right there is the reason why he has a problem with any of this, to the degree of what he has a problem with. Just fucking say it. Don't fucking hide behind this virtue signaling nonsense of, well, I mean, look, oh, RJ City is gay, or is that a lie? Is he like Diddy, or is that a lie? Or does those not count because it's the thumbnail? And then I respond with, that doesn't count because they're thumbnails. They're supposed to be funny. Whether you like it or not, I've never called him that in my videos, which I didn't. Then I said, stop deflecting, you pussy. Did I celebrate Ashley's death? He says, oh, sorry. This is where we get to. Oh, sorry, Devontae. I guess those don't count. Those are just tweets. So just to clarify real quick, okay? Just to clarify real quick. The entire context of a thumbnail is just the thumbnail. Not clicking on the video and actually hearing the words. The thumbnail by itself, like you will read a book, and the cover art completely tells the entire story. You can tell me everything about each chapter in that book, line for line, word for word, bar for bar. You can tell me everything in regards to a book because of a picture on the book. That's what he's saying. And he's comparing that to a tweet, where all you have in context as in regards to a tweet is the tweet in itself. It goes no deeper than that. It goes no deeper than the tweet. The tweet, as far as what you have directly in front of us, is all that you have. That's his comparison. Just keep that in the context. This is a journalist, by the way. I said, so you lied. He says, I've decided that tweets are supposed to be funny, whether you like it or not. So I said, so you lied. You lied about me celebrating someone's death, and you're deflecting, and you just won't respond. You lied. He said, I don't lie. I've made a very nice career telling the truth. You've driven yourself to the point of needing a YouTube break, being a dishonest hate monger. And then I ask him again because he's deflecting. Did I celebrate Ashley's death? Yes or no? He said, you made light of her death for a YouTube thumbnail to generate clicks at best. No, I didn't. Not at all. What, you mean clickbait? Again, we come right back to the whole thing. Clickbait. By pretty much portraying her as she's been portrayed throughout her entire career. Oh, okay. After speaking with you, I'm more inclined to believe it was celebrating it because you thought you could get outrage clicks from it. I have no confidence in you as a person. So then watch the fucking video. So I asked him again, did I celebrate her death. Look what this piece of shit does. He says, did I say you did? This is a journalist now, bro. This is a journalist. He said, did I say you did? So now he's playing semantics. He's playing semantics because he did not straight up say, which by the way, he did straight up say, I celebrated her death. I just want to point that out for you. He straight up said that. But even within these contexts and this messages right here, I'm more inclined to believe it was celebrating it because I'm more inclined to believe I celebrated her death. He won't deliberately outright say it here. And then I go, you did. He said, keep in mind, tweets don't count. Tweets don't count. So he's deliberately lying, knowing that he lied, because that's what he did. He lied. And he's just trying his best to run away from this. I said, they do because you lied. He said, so now he's making an immature game out of this. He said, sorry, they don't. And then I go, cool, that's all I needed to hear. Have a nice night. He said, good luck with that break. I'm sure you won't actually post 15 videos about me or Brian Zane in the future because, again, this whole thing is why he's upset. I go, no, just one more on you. Which, by the way, I said that back in October. I actually sat on this. I wasn't going to do it at first. I said to myself, I kind of want the drama to die down. Not until I seen him on Twitter going after somebody. And again, the Bill Shannon thing, he could be a horrible guy. But I'm only showing you this video just to outline how Sean Ross Sapp conducts business. So at the very least, you need to go do your research and you need to see what Bill Shannon actually said and actually look at the words that Sean Ross Sapp say and see if they actually match. Not defending Bill. Don't give a fuck about Bill. Don't know who the fuck Bill is. But what I am suggesting is don't just take his words at face value. And then he goes, haha, I bet. Remember this, I've never needed you for a video to do my work, but you'll certainly lean on me for what you talk about. He's such a narcissistic motherfucker. Lean on you? In what regard? In what regard? If you mean you as the subject matter, buddy, this right here is probably like what, maybe the 6th, 7th video I've ever made on you directly? Actually, no, not even directly. Maybe like the 4th video I made on you directly. The other 3 videos is taking the entire commentary or media outlet in regards to wrestling and you just being involved inside it. You narcissistic motherfucker. As a matter of fact, as far as a direct reply, like a direct reply to you, with you in the thumbnail and with you in the title, specifically aiming directly at you, this is the only video. Without grouping you in, and even with grouping you in, this is probably the 3rd video. With grouping you in. Nope, just defending myself. You're a narcissist. Like I said, good night. He says, a narcissist, LOL, you've done at least 3 videos. This is him admitting it. Mind you, I have over 650 videos on this channel. You've done at least 3 videos on me. Mind you, this is not this right here, this thumbnail right here that you see. He worked us, and that's perfectly fine because you're a fan. Just a fan. That's a video I made last year in regards to when CM Punk returned after Survivor Series, talking about the wrestling media outlet as a whole. Sean Ross Sapp and Dave Meltzer are they are probably the top 2 media outlets in regards to releasing wrestling news directly from the sources backstage, hence why they were on the thumbnail. When you put yourself in that position, you will be critiqued when in that position, based off of that position, based off your actual work. You literally just went after me and said the entire time that I can't run away or deflect or you make up plausible deniability when you say the things that you say when in regards to it being a joke or my opinion, but I can't group you in. You're probably number 1 at best. You're probably number 2 at best, maybe even number 1 biggest wrestling source out there in regards to avenue straight from backstage. Why would I not put you on the thumbnail to talk about how horribly wrong you got the CM Punk return? That you yourself, if not mistaken, made plausible deniability in regards to that too. You fucking hypocrite, but I digress. Oh my God, I left my ass off. Holy shit. You were saving pictures of me to your hard drive a year before I knew who you were. This rules. By the way, in my old Millennial Smart channel back in 2021, 2021, I did have a conversation with somebody on Fightful. I'm not going to say it was Sean, but Fightful were in my comment section when I was talking about the whole situation with that referee. The one that they called racist from NXT back in 2021 with I forgot what it was. I think it was that, and it was the Elias Sampson video that he also commented on back in 2021. Again, all this in regards to like the NXT stuff and the voting shit that happened back in 2021. I can't remember the story straight up, but he did come in my comment section below. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm not here to pretend I'm a fucking somebody like this fucking narcissistic man-child fucking prima donna over here. But no, it wasn't just strictly about him, and there was no saving. Bitch, this is a thing called a PNG. It's this thing called a fucking render. Your image exists on the internet. Blame that. And then he goes, blah! And another video that I'm grouping every fucking media YouTube commentator who has a specific ideology or ideological principle in regards to them constantly having to input their politics into professional wrestling, which I highlight directly in that video. Oh my God, with him amongst a bunch of other media outlets and YouTube commenters, but apparently he thinks it's just about him. And then I said, brother, you do realize how bad you look right now with how maniacal you look? Go to bed, homie. Stop vanity searching yourself on my channel. And then he said, Devontae, someone sent me these, which I will give him credit for that. That's probably the only thing I got wrong. Apparently someone sent him this, which, I mean, I got that wrong in regards to, blaming him for vanity searching himself and whatnot. But at the same time, though, like, I mean, and once again, I'm not gonna say this was Shay. I mean, Shay, if this was you, fuck you. But like, it could have been anybody else. I can't even say anything. That I just got wrong. I blamed him for something that wasn't him. He didn't vanity search himself. If true, I have no way to prove that. That's just the L that I gotta take. But that's the entire thread. Now, I'm only showing you guys this one more time because this is Sean Ross Sapp. Okay, this is how he conducts himself. For anybody that he defends, like the Kate chick right now from Fightful, that he's bending head over knee, which is fine. It's his friend. This is him, I don't know, his colleague, whatever, his associate, his employee. I don't know the connection, but they work for the company and he's defending her right now. I just want you to keep in context of the drama that he gets himself into. Do not take his words at face value. His words are meaningless. Sean Ross Sapp does not believe in the words, and he does not know how to take those words and plausibly use them. He just basically, spinelessly talks about this shit and pretends as if what he's saying is 100% right about the person because he disagrees with that person's principles. That's it. He disagrees with what is said, no matter the context, and he will use that to destroy his opposition because that's the kind of person that he is. He is not He's not virtuous. He's virtuous to the people that he likes. He's virtuous to people that agree with him. But everybody outside of that bubble, he is a malicious piece of shit. I might even call him tribalist, honestly, because again, the way he talks, it sounds very, very political to a certain degree as far as his affiliations with the things that he does defend. Kind of person. And I just want you to keep that in mind before you ever actually see the words coming out of his mouth in regards to anything that he posts in regards to any topic. But I'll leave it up to you guys in the comment section below. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later. Deuces, P, Ice.